Nagpapasalamat po muna ako muli sa inyo sa pagdalo ninyo dito sa ating payak ng press conference na ipinatawag po ng Partido Demokratiko Pilipino upang ihayag ang aming salubin tungkol po sa nangyayaring proseso leading to the possible impeachment of Vice President Sara Duterte. Bagamat si pangalawang Pangulong Sara Duterte ay hindi po kaamin ng Partido Demokratiko Pilipino. Bilang isang partido na nasa oposisyon ng dating majority party at malaki po ang aming involvement sa political life ng ating bansa, ay kailangan magsalita po ako on behalf of the party and on behalf of my boss, Atty. Ramon Aquino, who is the national spokesman of the PDP. Utusan lang po niya ako. At ang amin pong nais ipahayag ngayon sa ating mga kababayan ay ang aming lubos na pagkamahala sa nangyayari po sa ating House of Representatives, particularly the Committee on Justice, kung saan nakikita po naman natin na wini-weaponize ang proceedings for the impeachment process with the chairman and the vast majority of the members of the House Committee na talagang ito po ay conspiracy na to convert the summary proceedings which are supposed to be summary or abbreviated or truncated, may lamang po, into a trial para sirain si pangalawang Pangulong Sara Duterte. Bakit po nasabi ito ng partido? Una-una, nakita niyo naman po ang abuse of process. Ito pong abuse ay ang pag-convert ng proseso into a mini trial. Bakit namin nasabi ito? Ang proseso po ay streamlined. Sapagkat ang trial po dapat po sa Senado sitting as an impeachment court. So ito lamang po ang proseso. They magpa-file under any of the two modes. Kasi tatlong modes po yan eh. Yung isa po, pagka 1/3, ay iba po ang proseso. But this was the impeachment complaints were not initiated under the last mode. Isa lang po, verified complaint endorsed by a member at verified complaint by a member. So, nandiyan na po. Dapat yan, the House Committee should find whether it is sufficient in form, after which they should find whether it is sufficient in substance. If the answer is in the affirmative, magkakaroon po ng sufficiency of ground, there will be a hearing at a trial. And later on, papaliwanag po ng ating mga kasamahan anong pagkakaiba ng hearing at trial to determine sufficiency of grounds and the formulation of the articles of impeachment. Alam po namin ni Atty. Luna yan at ni Jing Paras sapagkat baka hindi po alam ng iba, kami po tatlo ang nag-successfully impeach kay former Comelec Chairman Andres Bautista. He was successfully impeached dahil yung pong articles ay na-transmit sa Senado. However, the Senate ruled that the said impeachment has become moot and academic because of his intervening resignation. So, dumaan po kami sa proseso at alam po namin yan. Hindi po nagkakaroon ng ganyang trial sa Committee on Justice. In fact, si Laila de Lima, nagagalit siya noong naging mini trial. Yung impeachment complaint laban kay hindi naman pwede sabihin Chief Justice kasi lalengoy niya against Maria Lourdes Sereno. Yung mga same people na galit noon na naging mini trial daw under then Committee Chairman Ray Umali, naka-18 trials, galit na galit sila. Sila ngayon ang gumagawa ng same. That is the hypocrisy of the present House Committee on Justice. except for Representative Rufus Rodriguez. Ganyan po ang ginagawa. Ina-abuse din yung subpoena powers. Sapagkat, sabi nga po nila, okay, the House and the Senate, they have broad powers to formulate their own rules of procedure. Ngunit, always and in the final act, at ipapaliwanag po yan ng mga kasama ko, I'm just laying the broad outline, hindi po maaring sumalungat ang power ng either house, the House of the Senate and the House of Representatives, na formulate ng rules na labag sa saligang batas, particularly the due process clause, the right against self-incrimination, and the right to remain silent. So, yan po ang isa sa mga kinababahala namin, ina-abuse. Bakit ewan ko, alam ko hindi. Kasi, at si Terry Didon, back in the days when Terry Didon was just growing his face, nandun na kami sa impeachment ni Jing at saka ni Manny. Kaya sinasabi po nga namin, si Luistro, si De Lima, ay napakapangit po ng sinasabi nila doon sa committee hearing. Sapagat labag po sa batas. Ang kita-kita naman natin, they're turning this into a demolition job. Can you imagine the pettiness of these people? Nung nagpapakuha ka ng Mary Grace, Viatos, si Sedanya, di ba? Eh, tabingi po ang katuwiran ni Sedanya sa dating na yan because they're undergoing trial by publicity. Oh, yan po ang kinababahala namin. They're abusing the process. They should let the Senate conduct the trial kasi may magkakaiba po yan. Ang daming abogado rito. They can explain it better. We have lawyers here who are much, much better than myself. So, with that, yun po ang pahayag ng PDP. We are alarmed, we are bothered, we are very deeply concerned with the weaponization nitong process sa House na dapat summary lang ginagawa nila. They're converting it into a kangaroo court. At ang panawagan po namin sa committee, alam naman po natin, huwag na natin lokohin ang taong bayan. Alam naman namin that you will find sufficient ground and you will transmit it to the Senate. Gawin nyo na. Hipokrito kayo eh. Kunyari pa nagtatrial kayo, preordained na naman ang conclusion yan eh. And you're not fooling anyone. So, gawin nyo na. Ngunit siyempre hindi nila gagawin dahil gagawin nila ito to rape the Vice President over the polls. That is why we believe in the PDP that it was a very smart move for the Vice President not to attend. Siyempre, i-twist nila yan. Pero, tama po ang Vice Presidente. Bakit ka pupunta sa isang kangaroo court, sa isang court of a star chamber na alam mo na ang kahihinatnan, you will only be legitimizing what they are doing, the illegal and unconstitutional things that they are doing by your presence. So ang klaro po dyan, nakita po natin yung stand ni VP sa kanyang answer. Wala pong waiver of rights at wala pong waiver ng any constitutional objections that there may be down the road. Maraming salamat po. And now I turn you over to my more capable brethren in the profession.
The youngest.
The youngest. Si Gen Z.
Magandang umaga po. Gusto ko lang tulungan ang ating taong bayan na maunawaan yung nangyayari. And I ask the members of the media to help our cause. Meron po akong dalawang konsepto na nais ilatag. Tulungan niyo po kaming ipaunawa sa taong bayan. Dalawa lamang po. Una, yung salitang akin. Ang daming nalilito sa salitang akin, katulad. Pangalawa, yung konsepto na in dubio pro reo. When in doubt, rule in favor of the accused. Ulitin ko po, dalawa lang. Salitang akin, katulad. Kawangis, pero hindi salamin, ha? Katulad lamang, akin. Pangalawa, in dubio pro reo. Gusto kong maunawaan ng taong bayan niya. Okay. Sa impeachment po, it is a sui generis proceeding. Wala siyang katulad. It is a class of its own. Kaya, tuwing meron pong sinasabi na ang impeachment proceeding sa House ay akin to preliminary investigation, pag-a-apply dyan, medyo ang rules of court. Medyo lamang. Pero hindi eksakto. Tama po ba? Okay. Ang mga issue, maiintindihan nyo kaagad kapag inisip nyo yung salitang akin tsaka indubio pro reo. Bakit? Ano yung mga issue? Kahapon, sinabi nila, gusto nila na mag-cross-examine. Tayo, no, on our side, gustong i-cross-examine yung mga witnesses. Ang sabi po ng House, hindi naman ito criminal prosecution. Walang right to cross-examine. Okay? Pero, hindi po ang rules of court ang mananaig sa issue na yan. Dahil akin lamang sa preliminary investigation. So when in doubt, kung i-apply natin ang rules of court or hindi, dapat hindi. Ang i-apply natin ay ang Constitution. Because this is already akin to a criminal prosecution. Nag-jeopardize na si Sara. Dahil sa susunod yan, diretso na sa ombudsman yan. Tama po ba? Ang masusunod lang po na rules, strictly, ay ang Constitution at suppletory lamang ang rules of court. Okay. Gusto naman nila na isabina na yung bank records. Di ba, Pong Jing, gusto na raw nila mag-hold ng mini trial. Kanino po nang galing yung salita niya? Sa kanila po sa House. That's what they call a Freudian slip. Gustong-gusto na nilang mag-mini trial. Okay. So sila naman ang gumagamit ng salitang akin. It is already akin to a mini trial. Ano po ba nakalagay sa Article 11 ng Constitution Section 3 ng verse 6? The Senate has the sole power to try and decide all cases of impeachment. Meaning, hindi naman siya trial. Pero pag akin na siya to a trial, pag mini trial sa kanilang yan, no? Ibig sabihin, trial na yan. Bawal na yan. Wala silang jurisdiction. Therefore, it is fatally flawed. Defective siya. Then, pwedeng iakyat sa Supreme Court to for lack of jurisdiction. Bakit? When in doubt, rule in favor of the accused. Okay? To sum up, ito lang po ang panawagan natin sa taong bayan. Educate yourselves. Every time, pinipilit po ang rules of court o kaya iba pang rules that is not applicable in strictissimi juris or juris, no? What will strictly apply only is the Constitution, Article 11, saka Article 3, Bill of Rights, no? Yan lang ang strict natin i-apply. Uulitin ko, pag nagmumukha ng criminal prosecution yan. Okay? In dubio pro reo. Pag nagmumukha ng trial, bawal na yan. Okay? Pag sinabi naman nilang preliminary investigation lang to, hindi pa pwede mag-cross-examine. In dubio pro reo. Pwede na mag-cross-examine dapat. Bakit? Because it's in favor of the accused. Every time may duda, i-apply ang Constitution in strictissimi juris and ignore other rules. Always in favor of Sara, who is now an accused, is in jeopardy, and alam naman natin kakasuhan nila. And the last message on accountability, no one is avoiding accountability. Kung gusto nyo, kasuhan nyo, hindi po immune ang Vice President. Kasuhan nyo sa Ombudsman na kayo naman ang nagtalaga. Kasuhan nyo doon. Pero itong impeachment, para sa akin nga, i-dismiss nyo na o ituloy nyo na, sabi nga ni Attorney Ferdy. Kasi kung merong reasonable certainty of conviction sa Senate, ihagyat nyo na. At kung wala naman, itigil nyo na para po sa taong bayan. Maraming salamat po.
Magandang umaga. Magandang umaga
Wala pong...
sa ating mga kaibigan dito, both from the mainstream media and the blogs or bloggers. In my 30 years of practice and in 3 impeachment cases that I participated in together with my good compañeros, Attorney Jim Paras and Attorney Ferdinand Topacio, this is the first time that we have seen a witch hunting, fishing expedition, and a kangaroo court molded into one. This is the most horrendous, outrageous, and void proceeding in an impeachment case. Can you imagine? Dalawang impeachment complaints na recycled and bogus, pinagbigyan nila on form and sufficiency. Tapos, nagkaroon ng proceeding which is, according to our compañero attorney Jimmy Pondo, ay akin to a trial. Meron bang ganon? Only the Senate, sitting as an impeachment court, can conduct a trial. There's nothing in the rules of the House, nor in the Constitution, that permits the House Committee on Justice to commit a mini trial. Doon pa lang, pwede na natin iakyat yan sa Korte Suprema. Yung subpoena powers nila ay inabuso. Yung ultimate facts, wala. Tapos hihingi ka ng subpoena para mag-supply ng deficiency sa complaints. That renders the entire proceedings null and void. Kaya I agree with legal luminaries that this should be brought before the Supreme Court on a petition for certiorari with temporary staying order. Because the rights of the accused in this case, Vice President Sara Duterte, is being violated as we speak. Grabe and grave abuse of discretion dito. In Bautista, in Terreno, and in Corona, hindi namin nakita ito. Imagine mo, isusupina nila ngayon ang mga bangko. Walang ganon. Only the Senate can do that. So that's another void action on the part of the House of Representatives. I would like to point that out, not because our dear Vice President ay malapit sa puso namin. We are duty-bound as citizens to protect the office of the Vice President, which is being violated ngayon ng House of Representatives, who are more concerned with the impeachment than addressing the emergency economic situation that we are facing. Maraming salamat.
Maraming pong salamat mga kababayan sa ating members of the media and of course the social media. Very simple lang ang sasabihin ko dito. They've always been saying that impeachment is a political endeavor, political process. Kaya the height of politics is present in the House of Representatives, sa Committee on Justice. I mean, wala na tayong pag-uusapan. Doon pa lang sa determination of form and substance. Pinakita na nila yung politika. 54 versus 1. Oh. Itong si Rufus Rodriguez, kunyari, dito, hindi niya alam kung saan siya kapapanig, sa kaliwa ba o sa kanan. Pero bumoto pa rin doon sa substance. Oh. So, dinadrama nila ang taong bayan. Alam naman natin kung saan hahantong ito lahat. In fact, gustong-gusto nila talaga na magkaroon ng trial sa Senate. Pero ito lahat palabas. Palabas lang ito. Tulad ditong pangit na chairman. Gusto niyan maging maganda sa mga media. Kaya pala'y press release niya, sa mga mali-mali niyang sinasabi. Enhancing the political process to persuade the people in their favor. Eh kung gusto nila noon na 1/3 ay minamadali nila, eh bakit hindi na nila madaliin ngayon? Magboto na sila. Bakit pa nila gagamitin ang bidding para sa kanilang sarswela? Alam naman natin, sarswela lahat ito. Oh, wala silang ebidensya, mangangalat pa. You know, when you file a case in if it's a criminal or a civil, you file a case in a criminal doon sa fiscal. Pagdating doon sa complaint mo, nakalatag na lahat na ebidensya. Hindi ka na pwedeng, tika-tika fiscal, isupina mo muna ito kasi wala kaming naka-attach ditong ebidensya sa sinasabi namin. Pwede ba yung gano'n? Papasupina mo ba? The fiscal, which is akin. Sabi ni Jimmy, yung fiscal, kung anong trabaho ng fiscal, gano'n din ang trabaho ng House Committee on Justice. They only determine probable cause. Pero if you're conducting a trial, you're already making a judgment. Yeah, you're usurping the powers of the Senate. Ha? Di ba? Eh ano bang gagawin ng Senado kung pinrejudge mo na dito by making a mini trial kunyari, pero actually, you're already making a full-blown trial under the guise of a mini trial. Well, the Constitution did not use the word try for the House of Representatives. It only says initiate. And initiate means to say, i-determine mo lang, tapos kung mayroon kayong prima facie o probable, magbutuhan sa plenary. If you get 1/3, then let the Senate decide and try the case. Eh ito, inuusip nyo na si Vice President using several stupid arguments from stupid people na hindi man lang mga abogado. Ha? Boy, paano na ang taong bayan? Tapos, gumagas na sila, pupunta sa Bali, mag-birthday celebration, eh hindi natin alam yung mga under the table dyan. Oh. So, ito lahat po ay papolitika. Kaya, taloni, yung House, talagang alam na natin ang ang kanilang boto. Mayroon dyan iba, kunyari, isang partido, isang ganito, kunyari, pahaging pa. Sabi nga nung isang businessman na kausap ko, nagpapalapad lang ng papel yan para baka hindi pa nabigyan. So, ganito po lahat yan. Politika ang nagtulak nitong Committee on Justice. Gusto nilang sabihin, gusto nilang gamitin for their propaganda, and they're hiring even dean of law schools to talk in their behalf to justify their sarsuela na mini trial. Mayroon isang bobo dyan na din na sinipa ng kanyang law school. Daldal ng daldal, ang daming din na sinasabi. Katulad ito ng mga iba pang mga abogado dyan na alam naman natin mali yung sinasabi nila, but hindi natin alam kung anong nasa likod ng kanilang mga sinasabi. So, ang bottom line para sa akin, mga kababayan, I've been a member of the House. There were 3 impeachment process that I've gone through. First, yung kay Chief Justice Davide. Kami yung kay Chief Justice Davide, we achieved 1/3, pero hindi tinanggap ng Senado. Hindi in-endorse ni Speaker de Venecia. So, talagang papolitika. Yung kay kay Bautista, pinatay na nila doon pa lang sa pinatay na nila doon pa sa committee. Walang form, walang substance, pero na-overall ng plenary. So, ito lahat, it's politics. Kung may order ang speaker, may order ang majority floor leader, lahat yan, kami may lahat yan mga miyembro dyan. ng Committee on Justice. It's already been revealed by a Congressman Elise. It's been revealed by Toby Chanco na pamulitika lahat ito. Kaya, ito sa inyo, lahat dyan ng mga congressman. Ito sa lahat dyan ng mga congressman. Kayo dapat ang imbestigahan base doon sa 18 Marines kung ilan ang maleta na tinanggap nyo. Umami na yung isang babae. Ha? Umami na nakatanggap siya ng maleta. Pero hindi niya sinabi kung magkano natanggap ng tatay niya. Ha? O, yun po. This is purely political. Pero the people of this country is still hoping that the Senate will give justice to the impeachment process. Kaya takot na takot sila sa Senado because hindi nila alam kung anong desisyon. Pero for me, it's already, if it's forgone in the House na ma-impeach si Sara Duterte, it's forgone in the Senate na wala silang makukuhang boto to convict her. And that is my, crystal ball saying.
Ano ba, may sisingit lang ako. With due apologies to
It is present.
Kaya kayo ko ng wireless eh. Anyway, with all due apologies to my boss, may sisingit lang po ako another party matter. Noon pong August, this is totally unrelated, noong pong August, nagkaroon ng hearing yung committee ni Senator Robin Padilla, Committee on Communications and Media, on the sexual harassment sa mga studios, where I appeared as one of the resource persons. At further to that, I wrote a letter to follow up the results of what happened in that. And I would like to distribute to you the letter to Senator Padilla, who is a member, by the way, of the Partido Democratico Pilipino, Joey. This is in relation to the amendments to the law on sexual harassment, where I testified regarding the two cases that I've handled for GMA 7 yung studio ni Manu Bro on sexual harassment. And nasabi naman doon, in view of the recent resurgence of the revelations against Arnold Clavio, yung kay Sara Balabagan, there is a need to come out with those amendments to the law on sexual harassment. Ito po yung letter. Basically, tapos na po ito, ang sabi ko lang, i-amend niyo yung law on sexual harassment to the effect that those who cover up these acts of sexual harassment should be made as guilty as the principals. Joey, i-distribute ko na lang. Oo. Nakakalimutan ko eh. Oo. Ano meron na sila? Kasi nga, although I clarified na alam ko walang kinalaman ang mga gosod yan. They are very godly, religious people and they will not allow it. And yung mga subalterns po, yung mga sa baba ang nagko-cover up. So, yun po, pinalita ko lang as a follow-up to another member of the party, si Senator Robin Padilla, who really wants to amend the law para mawala na yung mga sexual harassment na yan, yung Gerald Santos, and others na na-cover up. Now with that, I would like to turn over the floor to my among tunay, Atty. Raul Lambino. Sorry for the interruption.
The rule about being more supreme or better is mas magaling talaga yung estudyante. Okay. Well, first and foremost, I would like to greet everyone ng magandang umaga ng Huwebes ngayon, ano? Kahit na mataas masyado na yung langis, at baka mawalan na tayo ng supply. At tinanong ako ni MJ kanina kung pagpasok ko rito, bakit daw green na naman yung aking kulay ng gabi? Favorite na color ko yan kasi it signifies two things. One, pro-life. Green is the color of life. Nakikita ko yung environment natin, dahon, green yan. it also symbolizes wealth. Kasi green box yan. Kaya ako ay pro-USA. Dahil sa nangyayari ngayong kaguluhan dyan sa Middle East, mag-uusap na raw yung Philippine government sa Chinese government for possible joint exploration in West Philippine Sea. Most likely, baka magkaroon na rin ng joint fishing expedition sa West Philippine Sea. So, tanggalin natin yung fishing expedition dyan sa house. Tanggalin na natin doon sa West Philippine Sea. Doon, yung fishing expedition sa West Philippine Sea will be legal and legitimate. Ngayon, bakit ako pro-USA? USA, USA, USA. United Sara ako. Well, anyway, meron bang karapatan ng ordinaryong mamamayan katulad ko o katulad natin dito sa nangyayaring impeachment proceedings ngayon sa House of Representatives? Are we a party in interest here o si Bibi Sara lang? Well, two things you have to remember, there are two kinds of impeachable officials. One group are the elected officials, president and vice president. The others are appointed officials, justices of the Supreme Court, ombudsman. Yan yung mga impeachable Constitutional Commission, COA, etc. Not yan appointees. But if you're talking of the president and the vice president, or of Ashir al-Ulfayam, so we are a party in interest here because our being a sovereign people, nakalagay sa Constitution yan. Doon pa lang sa preamble, we the sovereign Filipino people. So how do you define being a sovereign Filipino people? Then you go to Article 2, Section 1. Sovereignty resides in the people and all government authority emanates from them. What's the manifestation of sovereignty? Then that is election. Election. That's why we are called the representative democracy. So whether you voted for Sara Duterte last election or Bongbong Marcos, then you are a party in interest here. Because if Sara Duterte is impeached and eventually convicted, she will be removed from office. Then we are deprived of our right, being sovereign people, of having elected her to be our vice president. That's why we are here. I am here not just because I am a lawyer who understands a little bit about law. I am here sitting here in front of you para ipaliwanag yung karapatan nating mga ordinaryong mamamayang Pilipino na pag ang tinatanggal o i-impeach natin ay presidente, vice-presidente, we have the sovereign right that will be affected by the outcome of these proceedings. Kaya, alam po, yung kanilang ginagawa ngayon sa House of Representatives, hinahayaan ko, ako'y natutuwa. Sa totoo lang, yung kanilang pinagkagawa ngayon dyan sa House of Representatives, which is a blatant violation of the provisions of the Constitution as stated by Attorney Bondoc a while ago, on Article 11, particularly Section 3, and Article 3, which is the Bill of Rights. So, meaning, we have a possible actionable suit that we can file before the Supreme Court for the House of Representatives abusing its authority, resulting into lack of jurisdiction of what they are doing, and an unconstitutional act. So, any one of us here can file the corresponding petition before the Supreme Court to question the actions of the House of Representatives. And we are a proper party in interest. Meron tayong personality to file the necessary action. I have been in Congress for so many years. I was there in 1987. I saw the impeachment of Aaron there. I was involved somehow. I was also involved in the impeachment of then Chief Justice Davide as consultant of the Office of the Speaker. Give advice to the leaders of the House of what to do. Sumunod po dyan yung impeachment ni JMA. Ilang beses po yung may mafinal dyan. Then the impeachment of Mercedes Gutierrez, impeachment of Andres Bautista, and Sereno. All these impeachment cases that were filed in the House, I was able to be part in whatever capacities. No? Ngayon, going back to the integrity of this impeachment proceedings, tama yung sinabi. Only the Senate has the sole power to try and decide cases of impeachment. When you say try or trial, there's no distinction of maxi trial or mini trial. Basta trial yan. Yung mini skirt lang yan. Magandang tutuloy yan. Pero, there's no such thing as mini trial. Saan nila ka-invento ng gano'n? Now, if they are going to, again, define what they're doing as, well, it is akin. Ayan, yung salita akin. Akin yan, akin. Okay. Similar to a preliminary investigation before the office of the prosecutor. Or maybe we can say inquest proceedings. Kasi kami mga trial lawyers, dinaanan namin yan. So summary lang talaga ang pinag-usapan doon. Whether it's an inquest proceedings or preliminary investigation before the office of the prosecutor, then the only things to be considered by the prosecutor would be what? The complaint affidavits, and the affidavits of the witnesses if there are any, and the counter affidavit of the defendant or respondent, or the real pieces of evidence that have been recovered. And if these are sufficient, then they will file the corresponding information in court. Iyon lang ang gagawin. Hindi pwedeng magkaroon ka ng tawagin ng fiscal kung sino-sino yung mga wala naman silang participation that they have not filed any document in form of affidavit. Because that is fishing expedition na yun. Fishing expedition yun. Yung ginagawa nila ngayon, okay, dapat pagbasihan lamang nila. They have already determines yung substance is there. Compliant daw. So, compliant ba yung complaint? Compliant ba doon sa mga attached affidavits? Ngayon, kung meron silang clarificatory hearing, tawag ko din, trial, they have to clarify those provisions or those allegations in the affidavits that were filed by those potential witnesses or by the complainants. Then they can conduct a hearing. Clarify nyo nga ito. What do you mean by this? That is clarificatory hearing. But if you are going to start issuing subpoena to people who are not mentioned in the complaint or who have not submitted any document or affidavit, that is violation already of the provision of the Constitution on trial. Trial na kasi yan eh. Kung sabihin mo mini trial, ano mini trial? Kung pagkakaito ba yan sa maxi trial o trial? Pareho lang na trial yan. And remember, any incidents or any other action related to trial, which is the sole power of the Senate, and if this is undertaken by the House of Representatives, it is unconstitutional. It is just not unconstitutional, it's also done with great abuse of discretion amounting to lack of jurisdiction. Nung binasa ko yung answer ad cotellam ni VP Sara, I was so proud of her lawyers. Magaling sila. They know what they are doing. They know their law. They have to answer it, but it's ad cotellam. Meaning to say, as a precautionary measure, without waiving the right to object on anything related to the unconstitutionality of the complaints or the proceedings that will take place in the House. So ngayon, ang ginagawa nitong Committee on Justice, insisting of issuing subpoenas. Pero sila kasi sinabina pa ng abogado. I heard idea. No, these are all violation. These are all violation of the sole power of the Senate in a trial. No, hindi naman na ito kasi committee hearing lamang ng in order to what we call that, pass a law. No, not anymore. This is a hearing, not in aid of legislation, but a committee hearing to determine if there is not just a mere probable cause, but if there are evidence that would warrant the findings of the Committee on Justice to go up to the plenary and for the plenary to decide and then transmit the matter to the Senate. Ganun lang kasimple yung impeachment proceedings. They are trying to complicate things in a way, kung sinabi ni Attorney Porras, ni Congressman Jing, because sabi nila, sarsuela ito. Sabi ni Attorney Topacio, kangaroo court. No, don't use kangaroo court. That's going to be an insult with a beautiful kangaroo. I love kangaroo. I've been to Australia many times. They're so beautiful. So please, don't compare the Committee on Justice as a kangaroo court. It's an insult to the kangaroo. Or even, let's say, sinabi, muro-muro lang yun. No. Don't use again that muro. It's an insult to our Muslim brothers and sisters. No? Hindi pwede. No? Ang ginagawa nila doon sa House of Representatives, purely political. They would want to put the Vice President in a bad light in the eyes of the public because she is the most trusted, popular public official of the land now, despite all their efforts to destroy her for the past 2 years. Hindi nila mapapabayan yung kanyang trust rating. And, you know, if you read the decisions of the Supreme Court, the 2025 decision, the motion for reconsideration of 2026, klaro, sinabi ng Supreme Court, this impeachment is not only political, it is also legal process. And when you talk of legal process, the main basis of looking at the legality or illegality of the proceeding is what the Constitution provides, because the Constitution is the supreme law of the land, it is the fundamental law of the land. So anything that is contrary to Article 11 in relation to the Bill of Rights is unconstitutional, therefore it is legal. And what they are doing right now, it is illegal. May nagtanong din sa akin, paano yung sabina, pag pinadalhan ka ng sabina ng Committee on Justice? If they are not going to, if the one that is being addressed to would not attend, can he or she decided for contempt? Well, for sure, gagawin nila yun. Ikaw contempt nila yun. Mapapa-aresto pa nila. But would that be a legal action of the House? No. No. It will be unconstitutional. It will violate due process, the right of that person. Because here, it's no longer just being a resource person na mapatawag mo siya para magbigay ng kanyang opinion, nalalaman niya tungkol sa isang batas na nakabinbin, panukala na nakabinbin in order to be passed by the Senate Debate Committee. Ito hindi na eh. Itong Committee on Justice here is acting not just a mere committee of the House that is going to pass pieces of legislation, but eventually it will become the body that will prosecute this impeachment proceedings in the House. So tama rin yung sinasabi na it is similar to the preliminary investigation or inquest proceedings. So sabi ito niya, sige, I admit, similar, but it's not the same. But you cannot go beyond what is allowed and authorized in a preliminary investigation or inquest proceedings. Because going beyond that would be violation of the Constitution. So yun lamang po yung aking maikling paliwanag po sa inyo.
Thank you very much. Now I know why Frank is a good lawyer. He is a brilliant mentor. mentor. And I'm also glad, Frank, that you have this press conference because, in my opinion, this is the best press conference na nilinaw kung gano'ng kalabo ang ginagawa ng Congress. Maraming salamat. Okay, as your moderator, let me first ask 2 questions before I call the media. Number 1, how long will this, well, I don't want to do more. How long will this committee last in the lower house? And how much is it costing us last year? We got to say it. You want to do it?
Yes.
Okay, I'll answer that. Well, as far as the timeline, depende na yun sa gusto nilang ma-PNF. Depende na yun kung gaano gusto nilang kahaba. But insofar as the costs, if they are going to continue doing this, it could go beyond 125 million. Mas malaki kisa sa doon sa kanilang gustong palabasin na confidential fund. No. For sure, we are spending millions here of taxpayers' money of those, you know, anong tawag mo doon? Anong tawag mo doon? Stupid. Okay. So, yun ang nangyayari dyan.
Okay, my second question is, Is it possible na hindi naabot sa Senate? Or lack of vetting?
That is a probability, not just a possibility. Because, as I've said, the proceeding in the House against the Vice President is void ab initio. Nakita nyo naman nangyari doon sa unang kaso. It was declared void ab initio at hindi na natuloy yung trial sa Senado. That's a probability. At dito, mas matindi ang violations. Greed, abuse of discretion of unprecedented character. Sabi ko nga, nadismaya kami ni Perdi, ni Atty. Jing Paras, and of course, Atty. Capasio and Jimmy. We have been witnesses and participants of many impeachment proceedings. Ngayon lang nangyari ito na mayroong ganyan. They are inventing their own rules na hindi nila pinasa, hindi pinablish. Yung mini-trial na yan, there's no such thing. Not even in the United States and Britain, when impeachment originated. Ini-invento ni Congressman Luisto yan. Ang sagwa nakakahiya because the House should have performed its duty in obedience to the Constitution. Hindi sila mas mataas Tapos ngayon, they are usurping the power of the Senate. Diba? Napakapangit tingnan. And where is the prioritization there? Ano bang importante? Itong ginagawa nila kay VP Sara o yung ekonomiya natin ngayon na is already in an emergency situation? Parang there's a wrong prioritization here. So, I question because I'm a citizen. And I'm a voter and has witnessed for myself lahat ng impeachments na recently meron. Wala sa media, I was just a plain observer. Pero sa Sereno, Bautista, I was the lawyer of the two distinguished gentlemen here, Atty. Capasio and Atty. Jing Paras. We impeached Bautista. Kahit na nung umpisa, nag-violate yung House Committee on Justice sa kanilang rules and the Constitution. But, sinave ng plenary by a very overwhelming vote at na-impeach si Bautista. Hindi siya umabot sa Senado kasi impeach and then he resigned. Naging moot and academic. But I tell you, nakakadismaya ang ginagawa ng House Committee on Justice. And the Supreme Court might probably, hindi ako sigurado because I cannot preempt, might probably issue a TRO here and declare the proceeding void ab initio. Salamat.
Dagdag ko lang Manong Rod, sorry to interrupt. Dagdag ko lang, that is another example of the hypocrisy of these people. Si Laila de Lima, noong inimbestigahan yan sa bilibid drug trade, hindi rin siya pumunta She exercised her prerogative not to be present during the hearings. Bago sasabihin ngayon ni de Lima na it should be taken against the Vice President. Kaya ka-hipokrito ng mga tao ito. Doon sa hearing, doon lumabas yung Committee on Justice din yun Diba? Ewan ko, kung ibang committee ron na parang on dangerous drugs yata, I don't know. Pero doon lahat lumabas yung aligasyon. Hindi siya pumunta. She did not rebut yung sinasabi na nagsusubukan sila ng sama. Hindayan. Ba't hindi siya pumunta ron? Sinabi niya, hindi sama, nakundan. Just to underscore the fact na hindi niya ginagamit yung sinasabi niya sa sarili niya. Hindi siya pumunta ron. And the committee respected that na hindi siya pumunta. Wala naman sinabi laban sa kanya. Hindi rin pumunta yung mga abogado niya. Bakit kaya sinasabi niya pag hindi ka pumunta? Against the Constitution, hindi ba? Ang hearings in aid of legislation na nasa Constitution din? Ba't hindi niya sinabi sa sarili niya yun? So, that's how hypocritical, how jealous-faced these people are. Doble cara talaga. Grabe.
First, papapili tuloy sa ating